All right, look, the only thing that I want to share with you today is I'm going to talk about two different life forms. Even after cut from the life source. Okay, what I have right here is spearmint that's in this styrofoam cup. It has water in it. Okay, but do you see that? It's been cut. So I've kept it in here. So this has literally been cut and been in water for 5 days. Okay, sunlight's gotten to it. It's been through dark. This spearmint is about 6.5 days. That's not in water. Oh no. So, what do we have here? To the average person, they'll say, it's the same. Is it? How's that? Why do I have a model of the human skull with the brain? Why is that? We don't even need this. We don't even need that. We'll just use this. So, would this considered to be life? Yes. Is that? Yes. So, what is this made of? This is made of more water than anything. Your anatomy has more water in it than anything. I had a book, I have one, and it gives you the percentage. We're not using your medical industry, I can tell you that. But there's more water in this brain than anything. Yet, the average American doesn't even drink 8 ounces of water a day. Yet they'll drink a gallon of foreign substances. So, when you drink water, spring water from the ground, alkaline water, if you get water, put cell salts in them. Hell, even the water that comes through the metal pipes, it'll make your brain do this. This is. And when you don't, you've got this. Because it's dead. It's dehydrated. And when it's dehydrated, what happens? There's no caliphos in there. So that's going to alter your thinking. It's going to alter everything. And then when you cover up your mouth, you're going to reduce the air. So your lungs are going to not expand the way they're supposed to. So now not only are you dehydrated, now you've cut the soul. The soul is in the air, so the soul is in your lungs. Your medical industry will say, well, we've proven the soul, you're just born with it. And when you're dead, you can't. It's like, well, when somebody's dead, you can't examine the lungs. That's what kept them alive. The schools are not taught teaching water. There's none of this in the schools. None of this. It's just this. So now, not only remember, we're talking about demons. So, are you really a human fucking being? Now that we've proven that coffee dehydrates the brain just like alcohol. So does sodas and sweet tea and energy drinks and everything that we drink. Doesn't matter how much Jesus you got and how much money you got. You can't even see this. You know what I mean? And if you're going like something's holding you on, it's trying to get you out of it. And what's inside of you from this won't let you out. So, if we tie in the children now, look at me. Look at me. They're putting Powerade and sweet tea in baby bottles. Yeah, we're getting that little baby diabetic ready. That way when it's fucking 10, we're going to go to the doctor, and that impression, that dumb doctor that's a medium for black magic sorcerers is going to go to his book and go, well, right here it says you need to get this. So, there you go. I'm going to have sex all weekend because I memorized my career because I'm a dummy. I How can this not make sense to y'all that are barely hanging on? The only way it can is because of this. Think about if you had as much of the smell of just spearmint in your brain as you have of watching a screen. Think about how connected you would be to everything around you. That's life. But instead, you don't have that connection because you're dehydrated from spirit. Do you not see that? Not only is your brain dehydrated, your anatomy's dehydrated, you're dull in your thinking because this can't. You've been programmed with this. You can't set it down. You're this Ahrimanic being that we keep speaking of, and you won't let it go. That's an impulse. Then you're taught to train to sell chocolate in second and third grade, occipital lobe, cerebrum, memory, imagination. So instead of this, you've got sodas. This is going to represent sodas and vending machines and chocolates and all that. So you're ingrained with this. So when Matt comes along with this, you go, no, that's not real. That's not real. That's not real because I've been programmed my entire life. I've got 20,000 hours of Disney in my head, and I was the #1 seller in school. And there's nothing wrong with chocolate. Feed it to your dog. It'll die. No. Do you see who you are? I don't have to say anything else. You have a stamped, certified, registered, crowned copyright birth certificate. A seal. Which in black magic, you have to have a signet, a sign. That stamp is a force. Used to, it was the soles of the baby's feet on a piece of paper. Your existence only means something on a piece of paper. That's it. And you will die with that. You do not have it in you to understand what I'm telling you. In less than 10 minutes, we are literally giving you who you are. See the calcium phosphate, this is the skull, the dome. And if you don't have calcium phosphate when you're, young, then it's going to make the bones weak. So there's fractures are going to be easier. Yeah, she's just weak. She's very malnourished in calcium. Yeah, it's calcium phosphate. Well, that's because the generation. You're a fucking demon, dumbass, fucking satanic idiot. Shut the fuck up and go on. You're so dumb that you can't even see. We're telling and showing you how they do this for generations. You think an offspring is not going to affect the next? You are fucking crazy. And I'm sorry that I get excited, but it's not Matt that's excited. It's actually what's in this. And thyme, sage, and everything that you see that has life out there. Somehow it's coming through me. Just because of the numbers, but because the numbers doesn't really mean black magic, even though in their books it says it does. Although I also can see the spirit being controlling that too. I've seen the blue jay spirit being that represents all blue jays. The same way that the factories make one part is the same way that this magnetic field at that one time conjured from water. We were solid water and slowly came out of solid water. That's why water's in the air. You're water. You're a water being. Whether you like it or not. You breathe in water and you exhale. It's very easy. So slowly over time, as those orbs, this battery that we're in, this magnetic field, conjured, blueprinted, like a red cardinal. Okay, once that copy, that blueprint that was imprinted into physical form, was mass produced through the magnetic field. Anywhere. You can clear off land, and as long as it gets some water and shade and everything the way it's designed, slowly you'll see grass, and then you'll see little insects and bugs and worms and shit, and then it'll get bigger and bushes and then trees and then birds and then fucking little creek and then crawdads. And where'd all that shit come from, man? Where'd it all come from? Did it just show up? No. See, you don't have that. You don't have that. You just have this. We've proven it. By the time the baby, most of you watching this now, if you did an inventory on this, you would see that this controls you. This does. You do not control yourselves. If you do, then why do y'all all get up together and watch these weird black magic morning shows to where they're going, look at me drinking coffee? Even though y'all need to drink water out when you wake up. And we are the leaders. Leader, lead, Saturn. We're the Saturnian Ahrimanic dummies leading the goy out here. Look at this. Look, it's so good. We're going to give you a million commercials today and ingrain it to you, black magic. And so fucking stupid. You can't even question. How's everybody doing? This is the biggest church in this town right here. How'd everybody do? Did you see that on TV? Did y'all see that on TV? In Scripture, it says anything outside of God is an idol. And then the whole church, don't you mess with us. You see all this Disney and these fucking Xboxes in these churches now? And we're Satan. Even though we're saying it's Jesus. You're demons. You're all demons. You little demons. You little AI fucking demons, and there's nothing else we can do for you. You have no worth in this world but to build the fucking demonism into bigger than what it is. And I have to be frank with you because nothing's going to snap your programming because you're this spirit that if somebody doesn't cater to you in your own special fucking way, and if somebody elevates their voice, then you've got Disney fucking demons in you going, you're being aggressive. You're a demon. God didn't make a bunch of pussies. This does. That's what this does. Put it down like I've said. Put it down and walk around your fucking house if you've never done that. When you go to check your phone and it's not there, that's an impulse. And it goes with you when you die. When you pass over, we don't die. So when you go, every impulse, that's the whole concept of AI, is to upload as many impulses as we can in this, and when you go across, it all comes out. So if black magic magicians, our job is to get as much black magic in there. It's funny because that's black. The same way that the magnetic field is going and pulling this out and it's all working together is the same way the black magic magicians are all working together and going you're a demon. You don't have that. Let's get rid of that. You don't have nothing natural. That's diseases and germs and everything. Where'd you get that? From here. So now we're here to your world. Where's anything natural at? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere. Look. Y'all are crazy, Matt. Matt, you are crazy. This is what we're supposed to be here to do, is worship AI. AI, thank God for AI. It's for ignorant people. You have no idea of the veil that you have to shatter. You've got to pierce nature. And you got to go out there and sit. And be patient. And you don't have it in you because this created demons. Creates too. Nothing's going to change the person. They will not change. The impulses right now are so strong. And they are all Ahrimanic and demon and satanic. You have no idea. Your nation, this world was set up under black magic. The whole thing, that's what AI is. It's black magic. And you're just a little bitty pawn. You're just another cell in this fucking thing of trillions of cells in order to create this sphere, like we've said. If I'm sitting here like this, and I upload 50,000 hours of fucking TV, and then I go across all 50,000 hours of those bullshit comes out. When 50,000 hours should have been of this. And looking and feeling the texture and saying Venus, you know, controls this. The smell comes from the sun. The sun pulls the smell. Or the smell comes from the big boys. The color comes from the sun. I'm sorry. So Venus, you're going to be smelling. And the color and all that mixed with the other shit up there is going to pull out the color. You know, this green and the texture. See, that's the magnetic field right there. That's what's in the air. But see, since you wear all kinds of fucking poison substances so you can stop something from killing you, you block it all. You block the field. Block it. Ray-Bans, sunglasses, ban the rays of the sun. That's why people's eyes, they don't... This shit, man, has destroyed... Listen, it's fucking crazy. It hasn't destroyed nothing. It's done what it's supposed to do. Some of y'all are like, you've got to see it now. You got to. That's where y'all are right there. Your brain is in a prison. And it's here. And see, you've got to cut that. And go out there. No different than the phone in your pocket when you check it. That's an impulse that goes with you. You got to face that. And see, when you upload 50,000 hours of black magic, then that comes out on the other side and builds this sphere I've told you about. If we uploaded nature, they can't make the sphere. That's the easiest way that I can give it to you in goy terminology. With your learning, which is not even fucking real, there's no way you can. There's no way a child that has 5,000 hours of TV and gadget by the time they're in kindergarten, then by the time they graduate, there's 20,000 hours of fucking Disney and video games and Instagram and fucking selfies and everything. There's nothing fucking positive in there. Not one thing whatsoever. And that's every one of them. That's demons. And then they get to go to these satanic structures and get pieces of paper and go, that says my name right there. And I'm the expert. I am. I have so much Disney in me and black magic that I went there. Demons. Does it piss you off that I'm being so frank in your face? Here, just to prove my point. When they sell y'all little birthday bullshit, what is that? There's a pentagram. I'm trying to see if I've got a book right quick. Because you won't take my word for it. It might be right here. Let's see. This is Eliphas Levi. There it is. It says here, the pentagram expresses the domination of the mind over the elements. And it is by this symbol that we enchain the demons of air, the demons of fire, the specters of water, and the ghost of the earth. That's the point down pentagram. Let us explain this marvel in a few words. All the created spirits communicate between themselves by signs. All adhere to a certain number of truths as expressed by certain determined forms. I'm trying to find where he says don't. They talk about it upside down and shit. But you got to hear it from them. You know what I'm saying? Look, if it's the point down, 1 point down pentagram represents matter over material over matter. If the 2 points are down, then it's matter over material. So with the 1 point down, this is going to represent Satanism. That one right there, that pink one right there. So when a child's playing with this or eats, whatever, these colors are not these colors. So the brain is being programmed with a foreign substance that you can't see, and that causes anger, confusion, and all kinds of shit. And then you tie in the fucking symbol of the demons, then you're creating these. But in all these books, every one of them, even Israel Regardie that was under Aleister Crowley, he says in his book, he explains the 2 pentagrams, and he says what I just told you. But he says, do not ever mess with the one with the point down and the 2 points up. That represents demons. Now I want you to Google American Girl doll, the boxes. You're going to see an inverted pentagram. I want you to Google Gabe's department store. Okay? What is it? And the G-A-B-E, the apostrophe is a pentagram upside down. Google Temp Star, T-E-M-P-S-T-A-R, heating and air logo. And you're going to see a fucking upside down pentagram right in the middle of it. And then we're going to go right over here. No, it's not in here. It's not in this one. When you get done doing a ritual and you're using the circle, so there's a circle, and we're just going to say all this shit in it is, this is a Saturn symbol, so we'll just say we put Saturn symbol in there. All right, when you get inside this circle and you perform magic, the black path or black arts, black magic, gray too. White magic is nature. If you're in between, then you're a straight Ahriman. There's no. Your world is not real. We've proven it. You've never had anything real in your brain whatsoever, your entire existence. So when you get out of this, the last ritual that you're going to perform, it's going to be called a license to depart. So they grant this spirit a license to depart, to go henceforth where you became, or where you came from, and when we call again, you will come. And that's what I sort of did a video on. You're going to be obedient, and you're going to comply, is this license to depart. So to get a driver's license, you have to comply. You have to do everything. License department. You go to the city hall and there's the license department. You got to have all these licenses. Well, the license to depart was there before your nation in any kind of fucking license. So what they've done is every license represents a black magic demon. We can't give it to you enough. The Colosseums are nothing but this. In time, they're going to be to where they're going to execute people. It's going to be, since you don't comply, this is where you go. And that's what they're conditioning with all the fake bullshit, horror, garbage, and it's fucking garbage. You can't see it. If you stop, like if you were, like we've cut news, TV, all that shit. Pills, fucking sodas, energy, all that shit. We don't do none of it. And that's the thing is, you can't fucking see it. When you grew into a plastic wrapper opening, you're never going to see this. You're never going to know that you can literally eat mint. Rub it on you. You'll go, oh no, you're a demon. I can't fucking do it no more. Like, get this deep with it because it's fucking driving me insane. It is. I mean, I've refused to accept that people are so stupid that they are fucking beyond ignorance, that they can't say, I'm going to put it down. Then that means you're a crackhead. No, it don't. You got the watch, the headband, the fucking this and this. You're the product. You're so stupid. There's nothing that we can do for any person beyond this point. I love you.